Hey everybody, Brandon here from Another Day Faster Coaching, and welcome to a series I like to call Rating Other People's Running, so that way you don't have to and I can, and it doesn't really matter at all. Where I rate your favorite characters from TVs, movies, and video games. Episode 1, we're going to go with Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers. Now, how exactly are we going to be rating these runners? Well, here's our criteria. We've got arm movement, stride length and cadence, foot strike and mechanics, posture and upper body control, and then overall efficiency, with a max score of 25 points. Let's get into our first character. So the first thing I think we'll notice with Tina is the arm swing, or lack thereof. From my perspective, she could probably use a little bit better arm carriage, and it's really not helping to propel her forward, as you would once see most runners be doing. Now, Tina's arm carriage is relaxed, I'll give her that. This is not tensing up, but it's not really helping propel her forward. The arms are pretty flat, they're pretty, we'll say motionless would be a good word for it. So I guess from an arm carriage perspective, we would probably have to go with 1. Moving on to stride length and cadence. Now, the important thing with stride length and cadence is really, is she overstriding? Is she maintaining her natural form? Is she efficient with her turnover? To be honest, to a degree, yes. I would say from an overall perspective on her cadence, it's not great, it's a little bit slow. To be honest, she's not really overstriding, she's got a pretty natural and efficient turnover, and her foot strike is not too bad. She's not really going too far forward or too far back. So we're going to give Tina a 4 for cadence. Next up is foot strike and mechanics. So are they landing under their body properly? How's the foot striking and the placement? Is it forefoot, midfoot? Those are things that I'm going to be looking at, so you don't have to. So overall, if we stop the video here, you can see that Tina's landing honestly really mid-foot, directly under her body, really good release from the foot over to her cadence. A good heel bring up to the butt, but not over exaggerated. Honestly, it looks pretty natural for her. So even though the arms aren't really propelling her forward, the legs, everything from the hip down is honestly, there's nothing overly exceedingly exaggerated about her stride. Where her foot is landing over her body is really propelling her forward. Not a lot of wasted motion in this. So in terms of foot strike and overall mechanics, I'm gonna have to give her a 5. So next we're going to go into posture, upper body control. Now, the important thing with this, so even if the arms aren't doing what they're supposed to do, are you upright, are you relaxed, are you over too hunched? Those are things that are really going to impact your ability to run long term. And if you're too scrunched up and you're too leaned over, then your aerobic system isn't going to work the way it's supposed to. If you're too far back, you're going to lose a little bit of momentum going forward, and you're kind of working against the direction you're trying to move into. You can see she's very upright with a slight forward lean. Honestly, really good, very similar to like a Jakob Ingebrigtsen. And although while her arms aren't moving forward necessarily, her shoulders are nice and relaxed, and they're down. Hands are near her side, so she's not getting a lot of wasted movement. Not a lot of movement anyways with the arms. But overall, honestly, not too bad. From a posture and overall body control statement, I'm gonna have to go with a 5. She's relaxed, her arms are good, her posture's fine. She's not working against herself, and I'm not gonna use that against her, whether she uses her arms or not. Finally, it's time to go about overall efficiency. So we look at everything overall, obviously not a lot of arm movement, but we've got a good foot strike in the center of her foot. She's not going to be hitting her heel, she's not on her toes, which is really going to be good for her long-term maintenance of this run. Overall, she's very relaxed, she's got a nice forward lean, her shoulders are very relaxed, she's got a really good cadence and a good heel bring up. Knees are coming up well. I would say overall, there's not a lot to complain about. We get her arms moving a little bit, and she's going to be breaking 2 hours in a marathon in no time. So that being said, I will give Tina an overall efficiency score of 4. Now, putting everything together, we get to a final score of 19 out of 25 points. And honestly, that's not too bad. If there are TV shows or movies where people run weird and you want me to review it, put your comment down below and I'll probably get to it. Thanks everybody. Bye.